Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
With a play fake to Jacobs. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Second down.
Side going to be caught by Waller. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken at the 46. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Tanner Muse there defensively. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
He'll buy some time right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Let's go!
He tried to get something going there with a little toss behind the line of scrimmage. Unsuccessful.
How about the athleticism of the coverage, though? Being able to dance with him coming out of the backfield. That's not easily done. But not only did he dance, took it, wheeled, and went the other way. Ended up with 6 points for his team.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rolling to his right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's another 1st down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
The gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2 at the 3-yard line.
Here's Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks, is pretty impressive.
Return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Carr now to throw. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Now Carr again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now it's Gurley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Play action. It's Herbert. He gets it left side to Johnson. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr.
And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Chargers 21. Raiders 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
The Raider first down.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Carr able to find Ruggs. That's complete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
More from L.A. in a moment.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Pettis. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
5-yard pickup on the play.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Throw for it on 4th down. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And this will make it into the end zone.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Herbert. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 43 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
29-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Jacobs now. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Gurley. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
All even as we get ready to start the 4th. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carr.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. On 1st down, Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Carr completes it. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
The Charger drive about to get going. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Gurley again here on first down. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Operating from the gun. Herbert got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They run. It's Gurley. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Running is Jacobs. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Raider first down.
With a play fake to Jacobs. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Now a carry for Jacobs. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Uchenna Nwosu on the tackle.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there.
And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 33 yards.
42-yard line.
So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. This from long, very long range. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
This will make it into the end zone, and they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. First throw in overtime for Herbert. He'll have a first down past the 40. And to the right side here, it's Allen. 16 yards, a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess a question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Another carry now for Gurley. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
At the 25-yard line.
On first down, it's Gurley. And some space here. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Chargers,